Hey guys, welcome to Parlay Revival. This is episode number 15. In the last episode we were cruising around the Grenadines, including the Tobago Keys, Petite St. Vincent and Union Island. You're a beautiful sight in the summer night. This episode is a little touchy for me because I end up in hospital for something a little bit embarrassing. But watch the episode and you'll find out that I make a full recovery and end up back in the water in no time. Don't forget to like and subscribe our videos if you want to help us out, and we'll see you next week. Cheers! Marty was found abandoned in a cave in St. Martin, absolutely covered in fleas, barely able to walk or see, and scared of his own shadow. He was terrified of people, other dogs, the sunlight, and the water, so it was challenging getting him used to his new environment. But it has been so rewarding watching him slowly come back to life and develop a wild personality that you can't help but love. He is now spoiled rotten with so many crew pampering him all day, but he is old enough now to start getting real training, except when Maria is in charge. You excited, Marty? You gonna be a good boy? Good! What's up, Marty? You're giving him wet food again.
I'm mixing it.
Ah, she's spoiling him. Why are you giving him wet food again?
Oh, because I like it.
Why?
Because he eats
Why?
everything.
We should keep it as a treat.
Huh?
We should keep it as a treat.
He behaved today and yesterday.
He shit on the trampoline.
But then the whole day he was calm. Martin, sit. Lay down. He's already.
No, give him a proper training.
Marty, sit. Marty, sit. Lay down.
Nah.
Stay.
What?
Stay.
Marty, no. Babe, we can't give him wet food every day.
No, but maybe every other day.
We had a spectacular sail to Carriacou and made a detour around what looked like a good fishing spot. But as usual, Jamie fell asleep after one bet, so another wake-up call was required.
Tonight we're going over for barbecue.
So it was time for another fire and beach barbecue, but I could hide my pain no longer and it was off to the hospital for me the next morning.
How are you feeling now?
So I've had a little bit embarrassing, but I had a huge boil on my ass for the last week and it's grown to the size of a golf ball. And my sister's a doctor, so I've been speaking to her and she said I gotta get the thing lanced and get all the pus taken out. So we're here in Carriacou and we're gonna go to the hospital and see if they want to cut my ass open. So yeah, I don't like doing this sort of stuff because it means I can't swim in the ocean and go diving and stuff or surfing, but it is what it is. So you're editing in the middle of the hospital? So what did you just witness?
It was horrible.
What happened?
Colin has a hole in his back, like this side. It gets like this. And I just saw how the doctor was puking everything and opening it and showing it to me and stuffing that with gauze. And he was giving me instructions and I started feeling dizzy. I stopped listening from this here. And I had to sit down and then move next to the fan. I don't know how I'm gonna do it, but we're gonna take care of him.
So I've just come out of the hospital and
we thought I had a boil in my ass. It's on my ass cheek. But apparently it's a carbuncle, so we have to Google what that is. Kind of seemed like it was a lot worse than a boil. So he just pulled all of this hard pus out of my butt cheek. It was excruciatingly sore. And then he stuffed gauze inside the hole that was now on my ass cheek. So I was screaming basically. It was so painful. They gave us this pack because now Maria has to stuff it full of gauze for the next week. So we got betadine, syringes, gauze, scissors that are a bit rusty, tweezers. So we got a pretty unpleasant week ahead of us.
The doctor had left an open wound about 1 inch in diameter and half an inch deep. As no antibiotics were prescribed, the major concern with this was getting an infection, so we had to take extra precautions as to make sure everything was absolutely sterile before going near the wound. Every day, Maria had to pull the gauze from the hole and stuff fresh gauze back in. An infection in these environments can be quite likely, the dangers of which can even be fatal if not treated appropriately. But we decided to leave the vicinity of the hospital anyway and put full faith in Maria's nursing capabilities and head to Grenada. We had a comfortable 30-mile sail to St. George, where we anchored outside Port Louis Marina and explored the town.
So it's day 3 since I had the carbuncle removed out of my butt. The pain is still pretty high and I'm on lots of painkillers and stuff and still have a pretty big hole in my bum, but it's getting better. Apparently the hole's getting smaller, but every day at about this time I take a pretty high dose of Voltaren, wait for that to kick in, that's the painkiller, and then Maria has to pull the old gauze out of the hole and then stuff the new gauze in there, so it's a pretty unpleasant experience for everyone. But yeah, day 3, it's pretty frustrating because everyone's swimming and snorkeling and I'm not allowed on the water. I can't really sit down, so I'm either standing or lying down. Walking's uncomfortable, but I'm getting tired of not being able to do things, so I'm going to take a bunch of painkillers and go play golf today with Jamie. So bit of fun, get off the boat for a bit, so see how that goes. I hope I don't blow the gauze out of my ass, but I'll just try swing softly. But those of you that play golf know that that's pretty hard to do. How much today?
6 for 20.
So we're here at the Grenada golf course, little 9-hole course here. Jamie here went out on an absolute bender last night, ended up in all sorts of dodgy areas of town, so I might have the advantage this morning, you'd hope, and we'll see who wins.
Yeah.
Do we even want to add these up?
Probably don't even want to add that up, no. I think about 3 hours sleep in a game of golf in 30-degree heat isn't the right thing to do.
Nah.
Had a lot of spaces yesterday.
Many cervezas.
Yeah.
So it's been 6 days since they opened up my butt and it's healing really well. I can actually sit down on it now, so Life's a bit better. I'm doing a bit of work around the boat, so being a lot more comfortable. So I didn't take a painkiller this morning, so she'll pull the gauze out and put the gauze back in without painkillers. Thank you. So where are we going?
Frigate Bay?
Huh?
Frigate Bay? Frigate Bay?
Frigate Bay. Pretty sure that doesn't exist.
We're going to a bay that starts with F.
No.
With P?
Yeah.
Piddly Bay?
Huh?
Piddly Bay?
Piddly.
Uh-huh. Bridley? Parsley Bay?
Just come around the point. We had to leave at 6:30 AM because the Coast Guard was blasting his horn at us. Apparently we were too close to the channel. I was wondering why no one was anchored there.
We had a good couple of days there, but
Where are we going?
And then now we are going to Prickly Bay.
Prickly.
Yeah, we're going to base ourselves there for a few days, pick up the love of Jamie's life, and pick up Brady from New Zealand and Julie from Denmark.
Doing laundry is always risky business on a boat, and a few misplaced clothes pegs is all it takes to lose your washing. Jamie decided to do some last minute washing on our way to Prickly Bay, which luckily for him ended up caught on our hand line.
Show us your catch.
yeah, it's clean but just a bit chewy.
No space. It's all mooring balls in here. So crowded.
Prickly Bay was almost totally full with boats seeking shelter for the hurricane season, but we managed to find a cheeky spot just outside of Prickly Bay Marina in 10 feet of water.
So, today is the 8th day since we're starting packing the hull. With gauze, the hull is a lot smaller, and I think we have 2 more days to go and everything is gonna be fine. I'm super happy with the progress. It's been a week and a half and the hull looks beautiful.
How present are you?
Right here, right now, right here, right now.
We were now a happy crew of 6, and there was a special energy and excitement forming, which we could all feel. There is something magical about living on the ocean, and this was a completely new experience for most of the crew. Join us next week as we do a little more work on the boat, then have the absolute pleasure of hanging out with the pioneers of the sailing channel industry.
Stay true to that fire in your heart and your soul. Don't drench your desire in what you can't control. We fly, try so hard to get there.